Out. Awesome. That's great. And then I'll send it out to everybody. So you're welcome to practice with it again. So I know pretty much everybody, but there's a few faces I haven't seen in a while. So I'm Marianne Benferrato, licensed acupuncturist, certified Qigong teacher. And I'm just so glad everybody's here. It has been quite the week, right, with the election stress. I think for many of us, it just has just created, kind of rocked our foundation, and just the big wave of emotions. And for me, I just was visiting with a friend who was just coming through the area, and she said, you know, how are you doing with everything? And I said, I just feel like I have all my emotions kind of like contained in a safe bubble, and I'm just titrating them very slowly, because I think if I just open up to them fully, it could be really, really overwhelming. And so things like meditation are really, really helpful to just sit and turn your attention inward and just notice where in your body you might be carrying tension. And then Qigong, where we just move and breathe and kind of gently get things flowing, can be so healthy. The definition of health in Chinese medicine is when the qi is flowing freely through the mind, through the body, through the emotions. And when we start to get knots, then the qi doesn't flow. So like physical pain is stuck qi. Mental, like emotional pain, just means things aren't flowing. And so that's going to be just kind of the gentle focus of our class today. And so let us just begin. Well, let me give me one disclaimer, and then we'll officially begin. So this is just, you know, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people here in person, and then I've got 8 people online, and everybody has different bodies and different conditions. And so this is just really a general class. One of my dear friends is here that just had rotator cuff surgery. And so what I always say, pay attention to your body. I'm gonna probably stand up for a lot of the class, just that's what my body wants to do today. But last week I wanted to sit most of the time. And so just kind of check in with your body. If we do shoulder stuff like this, and you've just had shoulder surgery, or something, you know, hurts or feels restrictive, don't do that. You can do one side, you can just do a small movement, you can just imagine that you're doing it. So take care of you. So let's begin just sitting in a good foundational posture. And by that, I mean spine straight, feet flat on the floor, and just turn your attention inward. You can soften your eyes. You can close your eyes. And let's just do a body scan. Sometimes we do the body scan just to notice. And today I'm going to invite you to relax. When you encounter an area of tension, just intentionally try to relax this area. I'm just so delighted to have my Santa Cruz crew online with me. Thank you guys for showing up. So sitting posture upright, softening your eyes or closing your eyes, and starting with your face, with your forehead. See your scalp. Can you just soften that area? Coming to your eyes. Long, slow, deep inhale. Full exhale, releasing tension in the eyes, coming to the jaw. Let's go ahead and massage the jaw and just find that big hinge joint when you open. You can wiggle your jaw and just do some circles one way and the other way, and then come down. And just get that whole area. Go up by your ears, behind your ears. Most of us carry so much tension here. We're kind of unaware of it. Inhale, relaxing, coming down to the neck. You might want to tuck your chin and stretch the back of your neck. And your shoulders, bringing the shoulders up to the ears with an inhale and exhale, relaxing, softening, and coming to your chest, the front of your chest, the back of your chest. Take in an inhale and just notice, how does that feel? Is there any restriction? Coming down your arms, elbows, coming to your wrists and your hands. On the next inhale, make a fist with your hands and squeeze it. And then the exhale, release and let go. Coming back to your midline, going down your spine, upper back, mid back, low back, feeling your low back and your sacrum, coming around to the front, your abdomen. See if you can relax and soften your abdomen. Now feeling the weight of your body on the chair, coming down your legs, knees, calves, shins, ankles, and your feet. On your next inhale, scrunch up your toes a little bit, over tense them, squeeze, and relax. And just anywhere, tune into your body. If you could be 5 or 10% more comfortable to move a little bit, do that. Coming to the quality of your mind and your thoughts, keeping your attention inward, your eyes closed. Are your thoughts racing? Are they circular? Are you ruminating about something? Is it quiet and calm? And your emotions. What is dominant today in this moment? Anxiety, anger, confusion, maybe just kind of a lack of anything, joy, peace. We're just noticing. For many of us, this will be the first time we've kind of tuned in today. And now just kind of take that whole survey, mind, body, emotions, just kind of snapshot it. And we'll come back and do another check-in in a little bit. So wiggle your toes, butterfly your knees, open your eyes, and just move in any way that feels good to you, kind of coming back into the present moment, engaging your body. So we're gonna start out and do some breathing exercises coordinated with our movement. So these first ones can easily be done sitting or standing. So my body is saying, please stand up, but you check in with your body. Do you wanna sit or stand? Totally up to you. So we're gonna interlock our fingers together like this, and we're gonna inhale towards our chest and then flip the hands over and exhale and stretch and back and forth like that. Inhale through the nose, exhale. A lot of times for these warm-ups, we'll go out of the mouth. So inhaling. And back and forth. And you can see I'm arching my back a little bit, stretching in between the shoulder blades, stretching my arms out. For these next one, we're gonna keep doing that, but interlace your fingers the other way. if that makes sense. We usually start with the most intuitive way, and then this way always feels a little clunky. So inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Bringing your hands up and stretching, going over to one side, taking a long, slow, deep inhale. Exhaling, over to the other side, inhale. Exhale, back and forth, opening up the sides of the body. One more to each side. And bringing the arms down. And so this one we're opening up different lines of tension. So for this one, I want your spine to stay upright. Sometimes we do this where I bend and our arms go back, but this one is different where it might be hard in the chairs, but I think if you go wide, you can do it. And so we're just bringing the arms straight back and then letting them relax. So straight back and then let loose, straight back and let loose. And then you can start to swing and opening up muscles we don't usually kind of utilize. The front of the chest, the shoulders. And there's no particular breathing pattern, but this is just if you ever, are waiting for somebody to come pick you up, or you're like waiting for a phone call, this is a really nice one to just kind of get the circulation going. All right, now that we've done that one, we're gonna add in the bend. So this one is best done standing if you are able. Otherwise, in a chair, you're just gonna have to watch. So this one is the same movement with the arms, but I'm gonna bend my legs as I go down and then straighten and bend and straighten. Bend, straighten, and then you just get into a nice flow. And with this, we're exhaling, and just releasing stress. My arms are just totally free, using the momentum. Just releasing any stress. Can feel my body warming up. It's been kind of cold and rainy here today. A few more times. And slowing down and slowing down. So the next one is also best done standing, and if you're sitting, you're just gonna have to watch that back turn. So for this, the first move we're gonna do is imagine that there's like a pole running through your spine down to the floor. So I'm just gonna turn and look, and then I'm gonna come back to the center, and then my shoulders and my neck turn and look. And so we just go back and forth like that, so the spine stays upright. So now we're gonna add in the arms. So I'm just gonna show you the arm movement. This is the one where we drop, drop, drop. So now we're gonna combine the two. So arms come up, and now I'm gonna twist and turn, right? Spine stays upright, and then come back to the center, twist and turn. So one hand in front, one hand behind. And then we coordinate with the breath. So inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, and feel this releasing that area between your shoulder blades. And just imagine you're letting go of any stress or tension. All right. And slowing down, slowing down. So that's a good body workout. I'll check my heart rate here. Yep, it's up. I'm getting warm, which is always a sign the chi is flowing. So the last part of the warm up series that we're going to do is doing some shaking. For those of you that have dogs or cats, a lot of times if they're out playing and then somebody tackles them at the dog park, they're stunned for a moment, and then they shake it off, and then they're ready to play again. And so we're gonna kind of shake off any stress, and we're gonna make some healing sounds while we do it. So the first one is S. Like a snake. So start shaking with your hands and then get your elbows in. You can do this one seated if your legs or back needs a break, and then get your shoulders in. And then if you're standing, kind of start bouncing and inhale, and then again, inhale. And one more time. And slowing down and just doing a full body shake, and arms come up, and we're going to do the heart sound, which is and let's just do that 5 times. All of you at home can be as loud as you want. 2 more times. And wonderful. All right, now we're going to specifically warm up our joints. So starting, if you want to sit, this is a good one to sit for. Rolling your wrists, other direction. And doing your hands, so make a fist and then come out and do it fast. Releasing stress, getting that circulation going. Great, shake those out. All right, elbows. So elbows come out to the side, and elbows basically stay in the same plane, and then we make big circles. So hands come up, out, down, and around. And back the other way. And now big circles. If you're in a chair, you might scooch forward a little bit. Inhale up, exhale down. Wonderful. Slowing down, slowing down. Now let's do shoulder rolls, but let's do it one at a time. And so one shoulder comes forward, up, back, and down. And you can make, when you're doing one at a time, you can really pivot from the hips up, back, and down. And just feel that. I'm getting lots of snap, crackle, pops here. And other side. Sometimes I go forward with this one too, but a lot of us already spend a lot of time with our shoulders hunched forward and around, and so I like to make sure that we go back. Great, slowing down. Now we're gonna work on the upper back and neck. So I'm gonna turn to the side. This one can be done seated or standing. I'm gonna lean forward and my chin stays up. I'm only going about to here because it's a spine stretch, it's not a hamstring stretch. So here, and then tuck the chin and then round the back and slowly articulate up and shoulders come up and back. So we're just go down, tuck the chin, round up, and we'll just continue with that and experiment a little bit with how far down you want to come. You can just go a short way, or you can go a little further. And one more time. And coming up. So let's work on our necks a little bit. Necks are very, very delicate and tender. So don't force anything. Be gentle with it. So ear to the shoulder, and then tuck the chin, and other ear to the other shoulder. And we're just gonna go back and forth like this, stretching the sides and the back of the neck. Make sure you're breathing gently. And one more to each side. And back to the middle and up. So my shoulders would benefit from a little massage, and so I'm gonna do it myself and invite you to. So take one hand and go to the opposite shoulder, and then just look around for tender spots. I've got millions of them. I can lend you some if you need any. Like, with this cold weather, yeah. And so get in there. It feels good sometimes to pin the tissue down and then move your shoulder a little bit. And cover a big, wide area. You can go a little closer to the spine. Come out. You can get this part of the shoulder if that feels good. And just feel the difference between the two shoulders. I mean, just a little bit. So let's go over to the other side and get that close to the neck in there. Back and forth. Move your shoulder a little bit. I like doing this outer part of the shoulder. All right, and now hands on the hips and lean forward and then over and back and to the side. And you can do this seated. The hips are not really moving. This is for your low back. And other direction. And coming to the center. We're going to move down to our knees now. We're going to do a little massage. So for the people at home, I will show you. Those of you standing, you can do this standing. It might be easier sitting down. It's up to you. So you all know the drill. Hands here and clap as loud as you can. And generate some chi. Make some warmth and then put it on your knee and give yourself a massage. Go below the knee, sides of the knee, back of the knee. Just, I can do it with my thumbs, I can do it with my fingers, just kind of vigorously getting in there. The weather is getting colder, and a lot of times we get colder, especially if you're one of those people that's just always cold. When the weather gets cold, a lot of times people's pain will spike. And so doing this kind of like getting that warmth and doing the self-massage is great. Other side, great. The more noise, the better. Generate some heat and massage. I know I have some bicycle riders here. Hi, Lane. Make sure on these cold days you are covering your knees. Ah, feels so good. Front row for you. And back of the knee, get your calves above the knee. All right, that's great. And last is ankle. Ready? Circles. You can sit, you can stand. Do 6, 7, 8, 9 in one direction. 6, 7, 8, 9 in the other direction. This is actually really good for your balance. Doing it standing, other side. Switch directions. And feet on the floor. And let's have a seat and do a little check-in. This will be quicker, but we just kind of want to assess. We've been doing Qigong for about 25 minutes, and so you want to check, how am I feeling? What was affected for me? So tuning into your body, softening your eyes, bringing your attention inward, and just doing a quick body scan, starting at the head, coming down to the chest, the arms, your hands. Are they hot? Are they cold? Are you finding areas of warmth or stuckness or flow? Coming to the midline, chest, front and back, abdomen, low back. Just kind of noticing what's changed, what's stayed the same. Feeling the weight of your body on the chair. Feel the ground supporting you. Coming down your legs, knees, ankles, feet. Long, slow, deep inhale. Does your body have a message for you? Is there something that would like more attention for the remainder of our class? Coming to the quality of your thoughts. Has the Qigong magnified things or eased things? And the same with your emotions. And wiggling your toes, butterflying your knees a little bit, coming back present into the room. And so that's a wonderful way to kind of warm up the body by stretching and moving and doing some massage and that. So in half an hour, you can really make a profound difference. So we're going to move into we typically start class by doing some warm-ups, stretching the muscles, releasing stress, and now we're going to move into more of the restorative part of class. So we're going to do the traditional 5-element flows. This is the, in Taoism, they identified the 5 elements of metal, which is kind of similar to air or space, like in the astrology system, and then there's water and wood and fire and earth. And so there are physical qualities to that, but there's also kind of what we would call virtues. And so you think of, if somebody has a healthy fire, there are, when they walk into a room, there's kind of a natural warmth to them. If somebody has like a really balanced wood element that you describe them as like, oh, they're really grounded, but they also can like reach for their goals or things like that. And so just by nurturing these virtues in us, then we're just able to be really balanced human beings. So I think of it as just kind of refilling our reservoir. We all have these 5 elements alive in us. And then when we get stressed or busy or cold, they can go out of balance. So having a daily practice can be really helpful to stay grounded, to stay centered, to touch into your innate generosity. So the first element we're going to do is the metal element. The body part that it's associated with is the lungs, and the virtue is inspiration. So that's in a very physical way, and then it's also in that like metaphysical way, right? What inspires you? So the move is pretty simple. You can do it seated or standing. If you're seated, I'd encourage you to scooch forward on your seat and then have your feet wide. And if you're standing, same thing. You want to have a nice wide base. And so hands are down here, facing up. We're going to inhale up and then flip the hands over and reach up and look up. And then exhale down, hands turn over again and come down. And we just go back and forth, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. For these restorative flows, breathing in and out of the nose is very calming for our system. If you're standing, have your legs straight, but don't lock your knees out. Knees have a slight bend in them. And just feel this breath like a wave. Inhaling, slight pause. Exhaling, slight pause at the bottom. Let's go 3 more times, slowing the movement down. And 1 more time. When we slow our body down, often our minds will slow down. And so for our standing posture, let's just bring our arms back up if that's available to you. Have your hands reaching towards the heavens. Soften your eyes or close your eyes. And for a moment, feel your energy stretching towards the skies, having that big perspective, feet on the ground, softening your jaw, and relaxing down. Now we'll move into our water element. So imagine you're standing on a bubbling spring. If this were my foot, on the bottom of the foot, right there, there's an acupuncture point. It's called the bubbling spring. And so it's where we really connect with the earth. And so imagine the flow is that my hips are going to go back. If you're seated, just lean forward. Back of the hands come together. Come up the midline, and then arms go out and around. So leaning forward, now imagine that bubbling spring coming up your body, and then spring out and around, a beautiful fountain. The water from the earth coming up, deeply nourishing every cell. And then the excess going out and around, back to the earth. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. And now that you have the basic movement, if you want to close your eyes and just really get into the flow and the visualization, becoming the fountain. Feel this water washing away stress. Let's do 3 more times and slow it down a bit. And 1 more time. Slowing down. So we go into our wood element, and that is kind of similar to the one that we just did, this flow, but it's on, we're gonna rotate and then rotate. And so you're gonna mirror me, so turn towards your left. You can do it seated or standing, but rotating, so just hips stay, they're gonna be pointing this way in the body. And now connecting energetically with your feet, your big toe, and now drawing up this energy up the side of the body, and now your hands keep going, and when you get here, you turn back to the middle, and then your branches go out far and wide, and then we turn to the other side, connect with your feet, send your roots down, and then draw up that earth energy up through the eyes and brain, turn towards the center, out and around. If it's hard on your shoulders, just go as far as you can, or you can just use your breath. And we just go back and forth, roots going down, limbs reaching towards the sky. Other side. Inhaling through the nose as we come up. Exhaling through the nose as arms come down. And think of this beautiful exchange we have with the trees. They give us the oxygen we need to survive. And one more to each side. The standing posture, standing or sitting posture, the meditative posture is called embracing a tree. So if you're seated, have a wide foundation, nice straight spine. If you're standing, Your legs are like, go ahead and lock your knees. And can you feel how that takes some energy? And then just bend your knee a little bit. I could stand like this for a long time. And so we do, my teachers call them straight, but not straight. It's like they look straight, but they're not locked. And then kind of tucking, not even doing anything with the tailbone, just this area is relaxed. And now arms come up in front, hands are relaxed, shoulders are relaxed. So exaggerate your shoulders a minute and then relax. And soften your eyes, soften your jaw, and think of one of your favorite trees. Redwood for me. And feel the gratitude for the trees. If your arms get tired, you can bring them down, just staying in a meditative posture. If your mind wanders, come back to your breathing. And bringing your hands down. We move to our fire element. This is cloudy hands. So starting with your hands at the level of your heart and just floating back and forth. And just imagine they're like clouds in the sky. So it's not straight. There's no tension in my arms. My shoulders are relaxed. My wrists are relaxed. And now as we're all over on this side, drop the outer hand, turn the upper hand towards you, and float to the other side. And now switch hands and back and forth. And so this top hand is clearing tension. This bottom hand is floating along, free and easy. And with this one, there's no particular pattern. You can coordinate your breath if you like, but it's just make sure your breaths are long and slow. And if you need to do a lot of clearing, you can go fast. And then slow. And let's take that top hand and clear from our minds. Just clearing unhelpful thoughts. And then coming to our hearts, clearing stuck emotions. And then coming down low, clearing stress and tension. And all of this just goes down to the earth to be composted. And then coming back one more time to the heart and coming to the center. And let's have a little mini meditation. You're welcome to sit for this if you'd like. Hand over the general area of your heart. And just for a minute, tuning in, feeling the weight of your hands, the warmth of your hands. And now with your right hand, kind of tuck it under your left armpit, and then with your other hand, come up here on the shoulder and just relax. And it's like giving yourself a hug. Hug yourself like you would hug someone you really care about, and just feel that deep reassurance. Full inhale, full exhale. And I'll be quiet now as we just hang out here for a moment in this self-compassion. And then relaxing your hands down and just staying in this meditative mood. Let's do one last check-in. Body, mind, emotions. And compare that to how you were at the beginning of class. So we're going to do a short meditation now. You're just welcome to settle in. I'm going to read to you a book, Deep Relaxation, Coming Home to Your Body. And then we'll end with a little more movement. And so just take a deep breath and just feel yourself settling into relaxing, releasing of the tension, any leftover tension from your head and neck and shoulders. If you could be a little more comfortable, go ahead and make any adjustments. And just this is a time to let go and just have your mind focused on your in-breath and your out-breath. Sometimes it helps to rest a hand on your abdomen and feel it rising and falling as you're breathing in and out. With your inhale, bringing in calm and peace. With your exhale, releasing tension. Breathing in, I am aware of my whole body. Breathing out, I release tension in my body. And let's bring our attention to our eyes, keeping your eyes soft and relaxed. Breathing in, I am aware of my eyes. Breathing out, I smile to my eyes. Releasing tension, letting go of effort. Breathing in, soothing, calm. Breathing out, releasing tension in the eyes. If you have an area of your body that has pain, you may choose to focus on some part of your body that is working well. Maybe your heart that's pumping blood, or your lungs that allow you to breathe. Breathing in, I'm aware of my heart. Breathing out, I smile to my heart. With mindfulness, we can embrace our heart and smile to it with gratitude. We see our heart is functioning. This is wonderful. It's a basic condition for our well-being. And And we'll just sit quietly here for a moment, enjoying the inner peace and gratitude. And if your mind starts to wander, just come back to your breath, breathing in calm, breathing out, releasing tension. And staying with your attention inward in this meditation posture, really invite you to feel the support, the gravity of the earth pulling you down. Feel the weight of your body on the floor. Feel your feet on the floor. Tune into the support that's always around us. And then just tuning in to the group energy, whether we're in person or online together, just all these people. We have over 20 people that gathered together for self-care. The image that keeps coming to me is a beautiful redwood forest where our roots are connected. Very peaceful place. And from this peaceful place, let's just spend the next minute. I'll keep my eye on the clock and just send this calming, peaceful energy out to the world, out to anyone that would benefit. Dedicating my time here to my friend Michael that's having surgery right now. I told him we'd be practicing and meditating and breathing. And slowly letting your attention come up a few layers, wiggling your toes. Soften your jaw, open your eyes slowly, just letting the colors come to you. Oh, I could have stayed there a long time. It's very peaceful together when we do this, very, very palpable energy. So thank you, guys. So we're going to end with our earth element. It's always good to really affirm your foundation, affirm your earth. And so it's like we're all seated. We can stay seated. I'm just going to move this forward so you guys can see here. So hands by my belly button, face down. And if you're in a chair, just scoot forward a little bit and have a really, just experiment with that a minute. Bring your feet together. And again, this is how many of us were taught to sit. And it's not necessarily uncomfortable, but it just takes a certain amount of energy. Bring your knees out wide, and then it's much easier to sit up straight, be solid. So hands by the belly button down, and then we're gonna exhale forward, and then inhale out and around, and then it's almost like bringing that energy back to your center. Exhaling forward, inhaling. So out through the nose, in through the nose. out through the nose, in through the nose, and just really feel your center. We're going to fall out of center many, many times every day, but knowing how to come back to your center that many times is the practice, whether that's physically or emotionally. Hands are relaxed. Let's do 3 more. Last one. Hand over the belly, and then we're gonna stir that energy in, making a circle, starting with a small circle right over the belly button and then expanding it to your whole abdomen. Reflecting on the past hour, noticing how you feel. And we'll end with our centering exercise. So one hand, doesn't matter which one, under your belly button, other hand on the side. We're gonna scoop up earth and sky and then come down the center and then switch hands. And we go out and around, down the center, storing this excess energy. We've liberated into our lower dantian. One more on each side. And we will end class as we always do, dedicating the merit of our practice to all beings everywhere. May the merit of this practice benefit all beings and bring peace. Thank you, everybody. Really beautiful to be together. Thank you all in person. Thank you all in line. Yeah, that was great. Zoomers, thank you all so much. Good to be with you. I'll just send out another email. This was so easy for me to do and really wonderful to practice together. Thank you, everybody. And if those of you in person could help put the chairs back in kind of auditorium, that would be great. Bye for now, everybody. Thanks for showing up. Love you guys. Be well.